Good evening, everyone. It's the Board of Trustees regular meeting. It's September 26, 2017. It's 7:30 p.m. on the dot. This is meeting 2017-16. Please take the roll.
President Barry,
Here.
Trustee Olenichek will not be here tonight. Trustee Desmond,
Here.
Trustee Phelan, Trustee Vorder,
Here.
Trustee Strike, Trustee Stalker.
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Thank you. Would everyone rise for the pledge, please? I pledge allegiance to the Thank you, everyone. We're going to move on to the section for public comments. We have one public comment tonight. This is from, it looks like Maroi Hartalupus, talking about the yard, and I'm so sorry about your name. Would you care to come up to the podium, please? You'll have 3 minutes, and if you could state your name and then let us know if you live in Oak Lawn.
Yes.
Then you have 3
My
minutes.
name is Marcy Hartalupus, and I've lived
Marcy, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I've slept in
It's
here.
okay.
I've lived in Oak Lawn at 4525 West 100th Place for 25 years, and I'm requesting that Oak Lawn allows me to declare both my front and my backyards as a botanical garden. I've planted both native species of Illinois, the same ones that are in Wolf Wildlife Refuge, and on 103rd and 52nd, and other store-bought flowers such as roses, hydrangeas, peonies, phlox, hostas, and different types of daisies, black-eyed Susans, daylilies, spireas, and numerous other plants. I believe that a green lawn is a waste of precious natural resources, both water and energy used to upkeep it, besides the spraying of dangerous chemicals used to keep weeds out. By planting a native Illinois garden, and I have articles, stacks of them, that support my view. By planting a native Illinois plant garden, I believe. 2 articles that I have, The Toxic Brew in Our Yards and The City's Guide to Gardening, both of the New York Times. Yes, I offer a tall habitat to both insects and wildlife, such as milkweed, which happens to be the only plant that endangered monarch butterflies lay their eggs on, and other flowers that bees that are also an endangered species need for pollination. I also offer habitats to birds and squirrels, and I know there's wildlife there, like probably opossums and raccoons going through it. And, but just as you have told my neighbors, there's nothing they can do about the coyotes walking through the streets. I've seen it, I've got a picture of it. The wildlife has been here. We cannot eradicate the wildlife. We have to offer a home for it. They were here before, and they will be later. I don't see the village raising the wildlife refuge because of them, even though people live right across the street for them. I pay my property taxes and own my home outright. I'm a citizen of the United States, and they believe that my rights as a property owner have been violated by the repeated destruction of both my front and backyards. And I have pictures of everything that the village has done and showing the flowers, not the weeds, in my yard. I don't presume to tell my neighbors what to do with their yards, nor do they pay my property taxes. I'm a teacher who taught students to respect nature and take care of it and let it be part of their lives, and I practice what I preach. I believe that a small natural garden is helping the environment, which is slowly being destroyed. The village of Oak Lawn, which calls itself green, will not be inundated with weeds and wildlife because of my flowers. So I'm again requesting that my yard be declared a botanical garden, so that the bees, birds, and butterflies, and whatever else happens to go through it, have a small stopping place, and food and shelter. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And I have pictures and I have articles supporting a wildlife garden. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marcy.
Mayor, I have talked with Marcy on a number of occasions about her garden. It's a little out there for the neighborhood because most people do have side, but you do make a very, very good argument. Certainly, this is important to you. And I would like to maybe sit down and discuss our ordinances with you and how we can reach some type of a mutual relationship with your love of gardening and the neighborhood. Would you be willing to do that? You have my phone number because I've talked to you. Would you call me sometime later in the week and we'll set up a meeting? I thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Item 4 is conflict of interest disclosure. Does anyone have a conflict to disclose with on tonight's agenda? Hearing none, we're going to move on to item 5, swearing in of personnel in the Oakland Police Department. Terry, before I read the names, anything you want to say? Better.
Well, yeah, I guess as an Oakland policeman, I've always, one of the greatest things I do and sit up here is be part of the promotions of this police department and the hiring of new guys. I'm so proud of this police department, and I can tell you the two people that we're promoting tonight probably deserve it as more and better than anybody I know. In the back of the room is Lieutenant Winston's dad, Deputy Chief Bob Schultes, and his wife Marcy, okay, who, with the two of them, probably have, what, about 50 years of policing this community in? Bob was a mentor of mine, and I know that his son is extremely dedicated to this village, and I'm proud to be here tonight to be part of their promotion. That's all I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you. We have, calling up to the podium here, or the dais, please. I'd like Police Lieutenant David Winston and Police Sergeant Michael Hudziak. Please come on up.
I, David Winston,
Having been promoted
having been promoted
to the rank of police lieutenant
to the rank of police lieutenant
in the village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
in the village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of police lieutenant
of police lieutenant
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
My mom and dad are here. My dad was a policeman here for 32 years. My awesome wife, my kid, her husband, my fellow brothers in blue of the Oak Lawn Police Department who I work with every day, and I'm honored to be with every one of them.
This is my right hand up, so we'll do it like this. We'll both try to talk in the mic. Okay, here we go.
Congratulations again.
Wait till he's finished. You don't have to sign anything. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I, Michael Hudziak,
I, Michael Hudziak,
having been promoted
having been promoted
to the rank of police sergeant
to the rank of police sergeant
in the village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
in the village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of police sergeant
of police sergeant
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Would you like to introduce today?
Sure.
I think someone has a camera in the front row.
My wife, Chris, my two boys, Danny and Connor, my parents, Bob and Pat, and my in-laws, George and Carolyn, all came tonight. I just wanted to give a quick shout-out to my father-in-law, George Williams. He was a retired fire chief from Worth back in the 70s.
Wow, nice.
Thank you. Chief Palmer, anything you want to say?
I would just go off of what Trustee Vorder said, how blessed I am and how blessed you are as residents of this village to have the men and women, not only in the police department, the fire departments that we have. You have a great team. As I said before, I am blessed, and we have a great board that gives us all the support we need. So with that, two great guys, Dave and Mike. So I'm very honored to promote both of them. So thank you.
Thank you and congratulations. Okay, item 6 is swearing in of personnel in the Oak Lawn Fire Department. Our fire liaison, Trustee Stalker, anything you want to say before we get started?
Yeah, guys, this is a great day for the Village of Oak Lawn, the Oak Lawn Fire Department. This is the natural progression as firefighters get their time in and decide to retire. They've been training folks to follow up behind them, and this is what is happening tonight. It's really a pleasure to welcome these guys up the ranks, and I'm looking forward to working with them. Congratulations, guys.
Thanks, Trustee. I'd like to call up firefighter paramedic Paul Brown, firefighter paramedic Andrew Walsh, battalion chief William Roser, fire captain Michael McCastlin, fire lieutenant Anthony Padula, fire lieutenant Daniel Folliard, fire engineer Gregory Wojak, fire engineer Edward Curran, and fire engineer Donald Mundo.
Hope we don't get a fire.
Yeah, right. We got 3 shifts.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, we'll do everybody individually, so. Okay, we are proudly going to swear everybody in individually, and it's well-deserved. We'll start now with Paul. Just repeat after me. I'm going to hold this because I can't see. Okay. Put your right hand. I, Paul Brown,
I, Paul Brown,
having been appointed
having been appointed
to the position
to the position
of firefighter paramedic
of firefighter paramedic
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of firefighter paramedic
of firefighter paramedic
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations and welcome.
Any family you'd like to introduce?
The only person I have here is my girlfriend, Katie.
Official. Thank you. All right, we're good. Hi, Andrew. Hi, I'm Jane. Nice to meet you. Okey-doke, here we go. Just right hand, just repeat. Okay. I, Andrew Walsh,
I, Andrew Walsh,
having been appointed
having been appointed
to the position
to the position
of firefighter paramedic
of firefighter paramedic
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of firefighter paramedic
of firefighter paramedic
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Welcome, Ann.
And any family here with you today?
Here,
Or friends?
Wife Lauren.
you sign. Oh. Okay, now we'll have all of our promotions. Not up, Bill? Bill Pro at this. See you guys here tonight. Okay, let me try to hold this up so they can hear us, okay.
Okay.
I, William Roser,
I, William Roser,
having been promoted
having been promoted
to the rank
to the rank
of Fire Battalion Chief
of Fire Battalion Chief
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Fire Battalion Chief
of Fire Battalion Chief
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Fine. I want to introduce everybody here. Here's the mic.
Any family here today with you?
Actually, I have the second row here. I have my lovely wife, my mother, my in-laws, Lee and Gus, my Aunt Marie, and my cousin Kenny. Thank you.
Okay, Mike. Mike. Where are you? Gotta get my sheet. Better too. I need to use the mic up here, so I'm trying to do everything with the left hand. Okay. Big crap. Okay. Same thing. I'm Michael McCaslin,
I, Michael McCaslin,
having been promoted
having been promoted
to the rank
to the rank
of Fire Captain
of Fire Captain
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
to the office
of Fire Captain
of Fire Captain
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, Mike. Here's the mic. Introduce your.
Okay.
Thank you. Anyone you'd care to introduce?
Sure. My youngest daughter, Ashley, my wife, Dory, my mom, Sharon, the former chief of this department, Mac McCaslin, and my brother-in-law, Pat Kern, who recently promoted.
Thank you.
Been a while.
It has been. Okay. Try to keep the mic, kind of talk into the mic if you can, okay? I, Anthony Padula,
I, Anthony Padula,
having been promoted
having been promoted
to the rank
to the rank
of Fire Lieutenant
of Fire Lieutenant
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Fire Lieutenant
of Fire Lieutenant
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Any introductions?
Yes, my wife Sherry's here, my two sons, Nick and Joe, my mom Pat, my father-in-law Dave, my father Tom, who is retired as a police lieutenant from Oak Lawn with 28 years, and my brother Frank.
Hi, Dan. Good day, huh? Everybody finishes. All right. You know the routine. I, Daniel Folliard,
I, Daniel Folliard,
having been promoted
having been promoted
to the rank
to the rank
of Fire Lieutenant,
of Fire Lieutenant,
the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Fire Lieutenant
of Fire Lieutenant
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Introduce your family.
Those-
Thank you. Any introductions?
I just want to introduce my fellow fire department family back there.
Yay.
talking to the mic and can't tell some of those guys. Okay, here we go. I, Gregory Wojek,
I, Gregory Wojak,
having been promoted
having been promoted
to the rank
to the rank
of fire engineer
of fire engineer
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United
the
States,
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of fire engineer
of fire engineer
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. You can introduce.
Please let us know if anyone's here with you. Any introduction?
I'm all alone tonight.
No, you're not, no.
We're here for you. Good job. Come on up, Ed. How are you? Smiling, that's good. Guys, okay. Right, same thing. I, Edward Curran,
I, Edward Curran,
having been promoted
having been promoted
to the rank
to the rank
of fire engineer
of fire engineer
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of fire engineer
of fire engineer
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Great job.
Any introductions, sir?
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Mom. My mom's here. And thanks to my fire department brothers, too, for congratulations to everyone.
Take your time, take your time. I got it all done, so don't worry. We're good, okay. All right, set, you ready? I, Donald Mundo,
I, Donald Mundo,
having been promoted
having been promoted
to the rank
to the rank
of fire engineer
of fire engineer
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
in the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of fire engineer
of fire engineer
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
And I think you have a few introductions. Someone up here looks almost exactly like you.
I have two of them. My beautiful wife, Lisa, and my sons, Caden and Dawson, right here.
Thank you very much. I want to introduce our Fire Chief, George Sheets.
Well, good evening, Mayor and Board of Trustees. Thank you for these festivities tonight, the swearing in of our firefighters. First of all, I'd like to recognize two people. One is former Fire Chief McCaslin, who's here in the audience this evening. And the former Fire Chief of the Worth Fire Department. I think he's sitting right over there. And so, Mayor, just briefly, I got to say that we have the best fire department in the state, in the country. And I can also say for
About the world.
the world, absolutely. And I can also vouch for the police chief that we have the best police department in the world as well. So I'm very proud to be your fire chief. I'm very proud of our firefighter paramedics, and I'm proud to be here. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And any families who's here with loved ones, you're welcome to stay for our entire meeting, but we don't really expect you to. This is a good time. You can get up and celebrate. Thank you. Thank you for being.
Congratulations.
While people are leaving, I just want to say I had the pleasure of hearing Mrs. Mundo sing over the weekend at the Park Lawn Dash for Disabilities, and she did the anthem, and what a wonderful voice. I understand she's going to be competing internationally soon, and she's a very talented singer, so.
Oh, I'm sweating. Jeez, that was a joke.
That's the end of our audience.
Oh, soaking wet. I'm sweating.
And we're just still waiting for the room to clear just a little bit.
I'm drinking the coffee, though.
And Brian, as the doors, as people exit, can you shut those doors? That way they could make a little noise and won't disrupt the meeting. And officer, we're gonna close those doors too when you have a. Okay, thank you very much. Item 7 is approval of the meeting minutes for the regular meeting minutes 2017-15 dated September 12th, 2017. May I have a motion on 7, please?
Motion to approve.
Thank you, trustee Stalker made that motion.
I'll second.
Seconded by trustee Vorder. Any discussion here? Let's call that roll, please.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Strite?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
8 tonight is new business by village trustees. We're going to start in District 1. Trustee Desmond.
No business.
Thank you. Alex Olenichik is not here tonight. District 3, please.
Nothing new tonight.
Thank you. District 4.
Nothing new, Mayor.
District 5.
Geez, I'm going to break the cycle. I just want to remind folks that a great thing happened at the last village board meeting. We received a in excess of a $1.3 million SAFER grant. This grant is going to allow us to hire 7 new firefighters for 3 years. It's a wonderful thing that Congressman Lipinski has done for the village. Federal money is always welcome. We have to remember, though, that this particular grant leaves about a $900,000 hole in the total employment cost of these 7 additional firefighter paramedics. So what we have to do is we have to make sure that we get together with the union and management of the fire department to make sure that we can find a way to make this great grant cost neutral so that we have more firefighters at about the same cost. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity to sit down with these folks and start the discussion of wages and salaries and benefits early so that we can be responsible and start paying down the very large $50 million pension debt that we've established over the last couple of years. This is not the fault of the fire department. We have not done our job up here, and we want to start doing our job much better. And that's what we're going to do by starting negotiations early. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And trustee Phelan is running late from District 6, so we're going to just move on. We have item 9, which is the adjudicator contract. I'd like a motion, please, on item 9.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Thank you. Trustee Vorder made the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Trustee Desmond is our second. Any discussion? Let's take that vote, please.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Strite?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
10 tonight is the village manager's report. Larry?
No additional items, Mayor.
Thank you. Item 11 is haunted house discussion. Trustee Desmond, I think you had put this one on the agenda.
No, I didn't.
No? Okay.
Actually, Mayor, the applicant, I don't see them in the audience, but I would recommend at this time that no action be taken. We move on to the next item.
Thank you. So the next item is what's called a consent agenda. For those of you who have a long history watching these meetings or attending these meetings. This is a way to make the meetings more businesslike, and it kind of lumps anything that's kind of non-controversial all into one agenda item. So they'll be voted on as a group. Now, any trustee at any time, if they have things they want to know, they can pull an item from the consent agenda. So before I read item 12, do I just ask or in the discussion portion?
I would read number 12 and then ask if anybody wants anything removed from that.
Okay, very good. So our consent agenda is, all items on the consent agenda are routine or have been brought forward at the direction of the Board of Trustees and will be enacted with one motion. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. So hearing that, any trustee requesting any item to be removed? Hearing none, I'd like a motion, please, on item 12.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, trustee Stalker made that motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, trustee Desmond is our second. Any discussion? Let's call that vote, please.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Streit?
Yes.
And Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
Thank you very much. And if any of you in the audience are related to that agenda item, it went through. Okay? So you don't have to stay. You can, but you don't have to. Thank you very much. Item 13 is ordinance 171661, an ordinance of the Village of Oak Lawn, Cook County, Illinois, authorizing and approving an option agreement for the lease of Phase 2 of the Stony Creek Promenade by and between the Village of Oak Lawn and HP Retail Division Capital LLC. May I have a motion on 13, please?
Motion to approve.
Thank you, trustee Stalker made that motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, trustee Desmond. Any discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to say a few words. This happens to be in the Stony Creek Promenade, as it is indicated. And the beauty of what's happening right now is we've pretty well developed Phase 1 of Stony Creek and Stony Creek North. This is the first step in the direction of doing Phase 2, and it's been a long time coming. It's very welcome, and I'm looking forward to the further development of that portion of Stony Creek Promenade. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other discussion on item 13? Let's call that vote, please.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Streit?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
Thank you, Mayor and Board.
Thank you. Item 14 is consideration by the Board of Trustees of a motion to direct Village Council to proceed with setting a hearing date and time in accordance with Village Code to revoke Miami Motel business license. May I have a motion, please, on 14?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Trustee Desmond made that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, trustee Stalker. I'm going to start the discussion. Trustee Olenichik wanted me to let everyone know that he does support this, and there's just too many violations too often. And in your packets, we had 199 pages of police reports related to this agenda item. So I wanted that in the record. And any other discussion on this item? Let's call that vote, please.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Streit?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
15 is Resolution 171662, a resolution to initiate disciplinary proceedings pursuant to Title 3, Chapter 1, Section 6 of the Oak Lawn Village Code to appoint K. Austin Zimmer of Delgado Law Group, LLC, as hearing officer. May I have a motion on 15, please?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Trustee Warder made that motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, trustee Stalker. Any discussion? Let's call that vote, please.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Streit?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. And that brings us to item 16, Village Clerk's Report.
Approval of semi-monthly disbursements, number 2017-18D, dated September 26, 2017, in the amount of $1,026,579.06.
Thank you. May I have a motion on 16A, please?
Motion to pay the bills.
Thank you, trustee Warder. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, trustee Stalker. Any discussion? Let's take that vote, please.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Vorter?
Yes.
Trustee Streit?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
Thank you.
Couple more things, Mayor. The Village Hall will be closed on Monday, October 9th, in honor of Columbus Day. And I just want to announce that on this Saturday, September 30th, the Raiders Social Athletic Club will host an Oktoberfest from 5 to 10 p.m. at the Homestead at 93rd and Central, and everyone is welcome. And also a big thank you to Oak Lawn Community High School for the wonderful homecoming parade and festivities this past weekend. It was an honor to be there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This brings us to 17, which is my report. I believe 17A is adjudicator appointment. This is a duplicate agenda item. There's really nothing to add. This has already been voted on. 17B, general village matters. I had the privilege today to attend with Trustee Vorderer the retirement ceremony or reception, I guess, for Christ Advocate Medical Center's President Ken Lucard. I read a proclamation there. It was kind of a surprise, so I want to read it here and get it in the official record. Whereas in 2005, Ken Lucard began his 12-year journey as president of Advocate Christ Medical Center, and whereas in the fall of 2005, along with his team, he began to develop a 10-year strategic plan called Vision 2017. The plan was built on several cornerstones already in place, and it would be the path to lead the future of the hospital. And whereas his vision included Advocate Christ Medical Center to be the finest major teaching hospital in the country, specialty medical services such as transplant services to increase the scope of care in the community, increase the value of Advocate Christ Medical Center's associates and doctors, and expanding the hospital's campus. And whereas, as a result of his leadership and vision for Advocate Christ Medical Center, for the last 6 years, Advocate Christ Medical Center has been named among the very best by all of the national rating agencies. And whereas during his tenure, Ken, along with his team, were able to build a 9-story ambulatory tower, a 7-story bed tower, 3 new parking garages, and now they're expanding the emergency department. And whereas through Ken's tenure at Advocate Christ Medical Center, the hospital has received an abundance of honors, high rankings, and awards for their outstanding care, advances in surgical technology, high standards, and excellence in teaching. And whereas Ken Lucard has been an outstanding leader for Advocate Christ Medical Center in the village of Oak Lawn, providing forward progress in medical technology patient care, creating jobs for the entire village of Oak Lawn and surrounding communities. Now therefore, I, Dr. Sandra Berry, Village President, on behalf of the residents of the village of Oak Lawn, do hereby proclaim September 26, 2017 as Ken Lucard Day in the village of Oak Lawn in gratitude for his service as president of Advocate Christ Medical Center for the past 12 years. So we presented this. It was a very nice reception. He was very moved by it. And Trustee Vorder, anything you want to add?
Yeah, you know, I'm sure that his legacy will be the construction and the buildings, but if you were in the auditorium, and it's a large auditorium, it was packed with employees. Not only the doctors, but the people that mop the floor, the people that cook the burgers. And his legacy will be, in my mind, how he changed the paradigm of those employees, how they see the patient as a valued customer. If you go there, those people welcome you with open arms. And there was a lot of crying and weeping and begging him to stay. I was impressed, Sandy. Mayor, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know if you weren't, but I obviously he has a talent to lead, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you think of all of us here trying to make a difference and as elected officials, and very few of us are ever going to have the impact he has had just building this amazing regional resource. So best of luck, Ken. Happy retirement. Enjoy it. And item 18 is Executive Session 2017-10 for the purpose of discussing number 1, pending litigation, number 2, collective negotiating matters, and 3, for approval of minutes of closed meeting 2017-09 dated August 8th, 2017. May I have a motion on 18, please?
So moved.
Thank you. Trustee Stalker made that motion.
Second.
Seconded by Trustee Vorder. Any discussion? Let's call that vote, please.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Streit?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And anyone who's here just to observe the meeting, at this point, we ask that the room be cleared out so the students will sign your forms. If you need us signed, you're done. What we're going to do is go into closed session and then just come back out of that just to adjourn. So really, meeting's over. So, for you at least.